All right, Shalom, Shalom. It's your brother Wab Romeo back with another lesson, Lord, willing to be edifying. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Waha, Rakakwadash, Barakafe Yahweh, Barakafe Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom to the 144,000 men of the Lord who still on highways and byways, prophesying in the name and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, also in the correct doctrine. I want to send a Shalom to the 1/3 men, women, and children that would escape the judgments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai by their faith. Just got another lesson I want to bring out through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. As you see, the Genius Act signed and put in place. You're gonna see the MOTB presented to the people, man. And that's what I'm pretty much getting into. As you see, like I said, the Genius Act is pretty much signed, sealed, and delivered. And the next thing is that MOTB, man. So let's get right into it.
Happening today is the groundwork is being laid, and it's all in the name of cryptocurrency and stablecoin, but it is the entire regulatory process to switch us from cash to a cashless society to digital currency that can be controlled by the federal government.
There you go. While we were all distracted with the Epstein list and all the drama between Mr. Golden Dawn and Chip in the Brain and wars and rumors of wars, we can see that the Mark of the Beast Infrastructure Act has been passed. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I say Mark of the Beast Infrastructure Act? I meant the Genius Act. As we can see right here, House passes Stablecoin Genius Act. Short little summary right here is the House approved legislation to regulate stablecoins Thursday and later approved 2 other crypto bills. Well, now for those wondering, what does this mean? Well, it shows that we are one step closer to the Great Tribulation with the Mark of the Beast and a complete surveillance enslavement state. So we can see right here from this article, the Senate just passed the Genius Act, CBDCs in sheep's clothing. Now I will go ahead and read some of this article for you guys right here. So on June 18th, while the country was distracted with headlines about Mr. Golden Dawn and Iran, the U.S. Senate quietly advanced the Genius Act, a bill designed to, quote, legitimize, unquote, stablecoins. But in reality, it paves the way for a permissioned, surveilled, and tightly controlled digital currency regime. Now, apparently, according to this author, they predicted this back in their own piece titled The Great CBDC Bait and Switch. We warned the stablecoins would be used as a Trojan horse to usher in the exact same kind of financial surveillance grid promised by central bank digital currencies, which is CBDCs. My goodness, who could have saw this coming? I don't know. Now let's continue with this article. Framed as a regulatory win for innovation, the Genius Act, or what I like to call it, the Mark of the Beast Act, does far more than set rules. It effectively mandates that all legal stablecoins will fully be backed, regulated, audited, and integrated into the surveillance machinery of the U.S. state. Wow, lovely. Only permitted payment stablecoin issuers may operate, and those issuers must comply with extensive oversight under the Bank Secretary Act, including KYC, AML, and sanctions enforcement. In other words, no privacy, no independence, and no dissent. Well, of course, what did these crypto bros think the government was going to do once they got their hands into cryptocurrency? Well, let's continue. The act even instructs the Treasury Department to evaluate new financial surveillance tech, including, oh, look at that, AI-powered monitoring systems and blockchain analysis tools. These technologies, we're told, will help, quote, assess privacy risks, as if privacy itself is the threat. And as he continues to say, let's be honest about what really is going on, a nationalized control grid disguised as modernization. Well, yeah, this is the beast system. Now, the old CBDC fear, it just got a fresh coat of paint and a bipartisan smile. Republicans and Democrats alike are pushing the Genius Act. I wonder why. Pretending it's a win for decentralization. But these stablecoins aren't free market crypto. They're government approved, no duh, heavily surveilled and programmable currencies that can be frozen, tracked, and weaponized at any moment. Now, I'm sure in the future there will be a mark that you must take to be able to use this stablecoin, or you will not be able to buy, sell, or trade without the mark. And what do I know? Now it's happening. The same regime that dropped the CTR threshold to $200 in border towns, surveilling people for withdrawing petty cash, will absolutely leverage these new rules to micro-track every digital transaction. You don't say.
So there you have it, to microcheck every digital transaction. You see, we harp on this this prophecy the most because that's going to affect you personally. See, the MOTB is going to affect you personally. The other prophecies don't pretty much affect you in a sense where you have to be tested by them. This MOTB, the mark, is going to affect you personally. So, you know, the World War III, all the other prophecies don't pretty much affect you personally as this will. This is going to affect you personally. This is going to be a test for you personally. And everyone is going to be tested by this chip, man. And they have it already in place. The beast system is already put in place, man. And that's why the apostles and elders of bishops of Great Millstone on down continue to harp on this prophecy. Because when it comes to pass, you're not going to get a second to do it, man. You're not going to get a second chance. You're not going to get a redo. So this has got to be embedded in your mind to understand this is the MOTB. This is what we entered into. It's not going to be another time behind this chip, man. You're not going to say, oh, we're going to be here for another 50 years. We're going to be here another 20, 30 years after this. Once they implement this MOTB, man, things are going to move fast, as Apostle Tahar always say, man. Because nuclear missiles are already being put in place, man. So let's get to this next video. Let's see if I can bring it back up. Salakia, they always do that. As soon as I was gonna bring it out. Let me see. Let me see where it's at. While I'm looking for it, let me play this one.
It's on, people. Trump has vowed to make the United States the crypto capital of the world while he signed in the Genius Act. This act essentially is going to allow stable coins, cryptocurrencies to get institutionalized that will be backed up by the dollar. Ultimately, guys, the dollar is going to fail. It's going to falter. This means that all of us are going to be moving to a digital currency system. We all knew this. I hope if you were paying attention. I know a lot of people think I'm reaching and that this isn't a big deal, but here's what I see. I see something like this going on as the Bible tells us in Revelation 13. No man will be able to buy or sell save he had the mark. I think Neuralink technology can potentially be integrated in with this cryptocurrency system. It's only a few steps away. Everything is going digital, and that's going to have ramifications and effects that people are not prepared for. They think that it's just some sort of technological evolution that's going to catapult us into the future, and they think they're witnessing something truly great and historic. It's going to be historic for sure, but it's prophetic, it's biblical, and it's not going to have the outcome that people expect. They're being deceived. I say this as someone who has crypto. I understand that this is going to be used against people. I already made a video about this, but imagine all of these crypto millionaires who are just waiting to realize their potential gains and profits, but they get hit with a roadblock. You have to take this mark so that we can safely and effectively transfer all of this over into your name, that no man can take it from you, and we can monitor wherever it goes so that if it gets stolen, we can track it for you. People are going to think that that's some sort of security precaution, some sort of safe measure. Ultimately, they're taking the mark of the beast. Now, I might not be exactly on, but all I'm saying, guys, is keep your heads up, read your Bible, pay attention, specifically read Revelation, because this has a lot to do with it. Revelation 13, read that.
So you have it, man. This is going to turn into the MOTB very quickly. And it's going to be a false flag or something that they're going to do to cause the people to want to take it or be feared into taking it. Because they have to crash the system to bring in their new NWO, man. The NWO, they have to crash this so they can bring in their NWO. And this is the system they set up. And it can't be denied now, man. Anyone talking about the RFID, MOTB, which they're gonna start monitoring these, what I'm saying, videos, because of the algorithm is gonna catch people saying that what is the MOTB. So it ain't sin. It ain't sleeping with white women. It ain't none of these things that these other camps say it is. It's the RFID and the Neuralink brain chip. Anything that's going to be chipped and put in you, that's going to be the mark, man. That you can buy and sell with it. Because everything is going digital. So anyone saying that it's not what we're saying it is, starting with the apostles and elders, a great millstone on down, they're not men of the Lord, man. They're not connected to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, because it's plain now. This man is the devil we dealing with. And why would he use something else besides what it is set up to be as AI, your AI everything? Why would he make it sin, man? He don't care nothing about that, man. So let's get to this next video.
I also remain fully committed to my pledge never to allow the creation of a central bank digital currency in America. It won't happen. My first.
So I saw that clip on my Twitter timeline. I'm like, thumbs up, hell yeah. I'm flapping my wings like a bird because I'm like, we're free from the central bank digital currency. This is an actual win. And then a few moments later, I see the clip from his buddy, David Sachs. And this is what he said. Take a listen.
And now today, you have another historic legislative achievement that is a monumental step to fulfilling your promise to making the United States the crypto capital of the world. This Genius Act will unlock American dominance in the crypto industry by creating clear rules of the road. It will update archaic payment rails with a revolutionary new payment system. And it will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use.
Do you guys hear that? One more time.
It will extend U.S. dollar dominance, like you said, globally, by creating a digital dollar that people all over the world can use.
So to me, that sounds like the same thing, just a different label. Instead of a central bank digital currency, oh, no, you're not getting that. You're just getting a digital dollar. Anyways, I was curious, so I went to ChatGPT and I asked it, I said, how exactly will our lives change with this new Genius Law passed and a digital dollar? And this is what it said. It said you'll still use dollars, but digitally. It said you won't stop spending money, but you'll slowly stop spending physical cash. It'll be fast, cheap, and convenient. But behind the scenes, every transaction will be logged, traceable, and potentially programmable, which sounds terrible. It says that pilot programs will start quietly. You might start getting offers like claim your $500 digital rebate, faster tax refunds if you sign up for your federal wallet. And it will feel like a reward, but it's bait to get you into the system early. I'm sure my audience will enjoy this one. We'll be nudged towards a digital ID. And to use the digital dollar long term, you'll likely need the KYC verification, your social security number, and possibly even biometrics, face scan, and fingerprint. And eventually the wallet will equal your ID. And once you're in, opting out becomes harder. Thumbs up. Next one, it says your money could be smart. Programmable money means that your funds could expire if not spent by a deadline. It could be restricted to certain merchants, items, or regions, or be frozen or limited based on government decisions or flags. So to me, that kind of sounds like if you get on their bad side, they could just freeze our funds. Think if you keep questioning about the Epstein files, your account's going to get frozen. If you keep, questioning why we send all this money to our greatest ally while we have a bunch of issues here at home, your funds will be frozen. Sounds great, doesn't it? Next one, it says surveillance will be built in. And that's pretty self-explanatory. Anything digital, they can basically see and flag you and watch what you're doing and spending on at all times. So, good. Here we go. I'm sure my audience is going to absolutely love this one, and that is that they will have more control over us during emergencies. And think Palantir, they're going to have all our data. They're going to know if we're vaccinated, all this BS. And then they'll be able to say, oh, it's an emergency. There's a new pandemic. You got to stay home to stay safe. Hey, what do you think you're doing? We know that you're not vaccinated. Well, you're supposed to stay home and stay safe. And we see that you're trying to go to that bar, that movie theater, hang out with your friends. You're in danger. You're putting them at risk. Before, They couldn't really do much about it because you just use cash. Now it's all digital, what they're trying to do. So they'll just be able to shut your account down and you'll be screwed. And this is how it finished. It said, bottom line, this is what the Genius Act sets the foundation for: a compliant, traceable, and eventually programmable dollar rolled out by private actors just strictly to avoid the CBDC label. With government back-end control, it won't look like tyranny at first. It will look like innovation, safety, and convenience. But over time, it becomes a soft prison that you can't escape without being flagged. Anyways, guys, who cares about all that? Because the good news is, at least it's not a central bank digital currency. It's a digital dollar, which does the same thing. And we're still controlled, and there's still psychopaths. But it's a different name, a different brand. So everything's great. Thanks, Trump, for banning CBDCs. Awesome.
So you have it. Everything will be tracked. Everything will be surveilled. And you will have to comply with this MOTB system. And if you don't, they're going to give you an option, either die or whatever. We don't know exactly what they're going to be. They're going to be suggesting you do. But we know for a fact they're going to be putting you to death for not taking it. So this is what we're going to go into, man. The MOTB, which we are here, and it can't be denied or put back, because we know for a fact the MOTB is the RFID, the Neuralink system, and everything that's going to be basically digital, basically put into you, man. So this ain't no sugarcoating it. It can't tell you nothing. You're going to experience something different. You're going to have to experience what everybody else is going to experience, man. And we're warning our people through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. This is the next major move that Esau is making, man. And prepare yourself mentally and spiritually for what we're about to experience. Because you're not going to get a second chance to get on that to get on that chariot, man. Because if you take it, you're going to be judged in the presence of the angels and in the presence of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. I'm going to start here in Revelation 13 and verse 15. It says, and he had power to give life into the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should but both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And see, this is not happen. This has happened in previous, I would say, captivities. That it wasn't the mark of the beast, but you was presented with death if you wouldn't bow to the oppressor, man, at that time, man. Which, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, Pharaoh, is no different now, man. So if you won't bow down to the image of the beast, you should be killed, man. So this is what you have to prepare for mentally and spiritually for what we're about to go into, man. This is what you have to prepare for. And I'll read the 16 through 18, but the point is, this is what you're going to have to go through, man. If you don't bow down, you will be presented with death. 16, he says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is a number of a man. And that goes to show you this. The scripture says a number of a man. So how would it be seen? And his number is 666. So we're breaking it down plain for you to understand, man. This is going to be a digital transactions that you will have to use to deal in the society, man. I was in, took my buns at the camp. We went and ate. And we did go get some garbage. I ain't gonna lie, because it was close and it was on the way home. So we got some garbage, which, all these restaurants pretty much is garbage, man. But anyway, the point is, that you couldn't pay with cash, and you couldn't be served at the front counter, man. You had to use the kiosks. You couldn't use your cash. You had to use your card. And this is going to be the way of the world, man. This is going to be the way of the world. So as in the ancient world, the way was, and I'm gonna read this one when Joseph was in power under Pharaoh, the people had to sell themselves to eat and basically to function at that time. This is Genesis. I want Genesis 40. It was Genesis 14. I'm gonna start at verse 13. It says, "And there was no bread in all the land, for famine was very sore, so that the land of Egypt and all the land of Canaan fainted by reason of the famine. And Joseph gathered up all the money that was found in the land of Egypt and in all the land of Canaan, for the corn which they bought, and Joseph brought money unto Pharaoh's house. And when the money failed," see that's what's going to happen. The money is soon to fail, which, like I said, it might be a false flag, something like that, that's going to cause the money to fail. And it happened in the ancient world. It's going to happen again, man. So the money is going to fail, just like it did in the time of Pharaoh. This money cannot continue to stay afloat with all these different tariffs and sanctions and all. It's not going to be able to continue to function, man, because it's not backed by anything, man. And when the money failed in the land of Egypt and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, "Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For the money faileth." So these people are going to panic and go crazy when the money fail, man. That's what's going to happen in this day and time, man. The money is going to fail and the people are going to panic. Everything is based on money here in Babylon the Great, man. Everything you do, every place you go, every shit, even at home. You want to watch a movie, you got to buy, you got to pay for it. You stream movies or whatever. But the point is, everything is based on money here. You can't do nothing without money in Babylon the Great, man. So soon the money is going to fail. And the people are going to run to the government for help, just like they did here in the time of Egypt. It says, in verse 16, it says, "And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you your cattle if money fail." Let me make sure let me read that again. It says, "And Joseph said, give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in the exchange for horses, and for the flocks, and for the cattle of the herds, and for the asses, and he fed them with bread for all their cattle for that year. When that year was ended, they came unto him the second year, and said unto him, We will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also hath our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in thy sight of my Lord." So basically, was nothing left to give for money. They didn't have anything else. They didn't have anything left. They gave all the cattle, and they gave all their asses. They gave all their horses for bread. Continuing on, verse 18, it says, start right here. We will not hide it from my Lord, how that our money is spent. My Lord also have our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord, but our bodies. See, we have nothing else to give you but our bodies and our lands. So they had to give up their lands and their body to eat. So this is what's going to happen here, man. It says, verse 19, it says, "Wherefore shall we die before thy eyes, both we and our land?" He says, "Buy us." and our land for bread. So that's what the people were saying to Joseph. Buy us and basically buy us and our land for food. So you're not going to be able to. All these different systems have been set up in these stores that you can go in the store without. I posted that the other day. You can go in the store without even having to pay for, buy anything. They use they use your facial scan, which soon is going to be the digital RFID, man. So this is what happened in the time of Pharaoh when Joseph was in rule under Pharaoh. Continuing on, verse 19, it says, "Wherefore shall we die before thy eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land will be servants unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land be not desolate." And Joseph brought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh, for the Egyptians sold every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So that land became Pharaoh. So they gave up everything. That's the reason why the slogan of the WHO was, "You will own nothing and be happy." Same thing happened in the time of Pharaoh, man. You will own nothing and be happy. And so they sold everything they had for bread. And it's the same thing these people are going to do as well, man. If you're not connected to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, worshiping in spirit and in truth, you're going to be left out there, man. And you're going to sell yourself just like these people, and you're going to take this man's mark, and you're going to be judged in the presence of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and the angels. 21, it says, "And as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt, even to the other end thereof." And that's the point, man. They sold themselves. They sold themselves. And just like these people are going to do now, they're going to sell themselves again. And they're going to take this man's mark and be judged by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua and the angels, man. So if this prophecy is coming to pass right before our eyes, you better believe Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua returning is going to come to pass as well. So you don't get caught up in what Esau's plans is and what he's doing. You get caught up in the scriptures and what was foretold to happen, and be pleased that the Lord is on his way, man. And understand this has to happen for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to return. This is not a fearful thing for us. The Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, but we must endure to the very end, man. Because this has to happen. This is Daniel 3 and verse 8, and I'm getting the same thing happening in the time of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man. So we have examples of what happened to the people, and we have examples of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua being pleased with us resisting our oppressor. This is Daniel 3 and verse 8. It says, "Wherefore at the time certain Chaldeans came near and accused the Jews." And that's going to happen again, man. They're going to accuse us for everything, man, as they do now. But it's going to be on a higher level. He says, "They spake and said to the king Nebuchadnezzar, O king, live forever. Thou, O king, has made a decree." See, he made a decree. That's basically what Trump did. He just made a decree that every man that shall hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, shall fall down and worship the golden image. And what was Trump coined himself? The golden age, man. You should have seen that by now. I ain't gonna pull it up. He represented it. Matter of fact, let me get it in Google. So they read the scriptures. They're mimicking exactly what the scripture said was going to happen in ancient times and now, man. And they're doing it all through the spirit the Lord putting on them, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. AI overview, just quick. It says, when discussing the term golden age, it relates to Trump. You see DT. It generally refers to his repeated assertions and promises of a future era of unprecedented prosperity, achievement, and happiness for the United States. So he coined himself as being the golden age, man. Let's get this word assertion. Let me make sure what else. The vision.
Assertions.
Let's look up the word assertion real quick. A confident and forceful statement of fact or belief. See, so he believes that he is going to bring in the golden age, which is the NWO, man. So just go and worship the golden image. That's what he's telling you. You're going to have to bow down to the golden image, man. This is the golden age. That's what he called it, man. 11, it says, and whoso falleth not down and worshipeth, that he should be cast into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. See that? And that's what's going to be accused again. Those that don't take the mark will be persecuted to be put to death. Just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had to experience. It says, there are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon. See, we're in Babylon all over again, man. It says, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, these men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image. And see what the scripture tell you in Revelation 13. To worship the golden image, man. Revelations was what is it? Revelations. Right quick. I gotta go right back to it because it's the whole point of the lesson, man. They're setting up their golden age, which is the MOTB, man, which is the beast system. We just call it something different than he does, but he's not sugarcoat. He is framing it the same exact way we're bringing it out, but he's not using the words that we use plainly to you, man. They always try to speak around things that they're doing, man. Revelation 13 and 15 again. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. See that? They have power to give life to the image of the beast, which is the beast system, which he's going to make people bow down to it, just like he did in the time of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, man. It says, give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. The same thing in the time of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Same exact thing. It's coming right back again, man. It's coming right back again, man. Let me finish it up, man. I don't want to make it long because the videos was very long in the beginning. Verse 13. It says, Then Nebuchadnezzar, in his rage and fury, commanded that to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time you hear the sound of the cornet, flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, ye fall down and worship the image which I made. And this is what the image he's making, that beast system, that you will have to bow down to and take his mark to basically function in this man's society. It says, and who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hands? And that's the spirit he's in now, man. Who's going to stop me from doing this? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace. And that's the spirit you have to be in, man. It says, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. And that's what you have to believe. The Lord is going to be on your side, man. He says, but if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we would not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. And that's the spirit we're going to be in, man. Because the Lord is going to put that spirit on us to stand firm in the time that we're going into, man. And that's faith. Because you got to understand, man, the Lord is on our side. We put away the world to worship him. So the Lord is going to make good on his word, man. Because 2/3 of our people can't see what we see. They don't understand that this place is finished, man. It's not going back into the time before, to the 90s or the 2000s, man. We're at the end of this man's kingdom, man. This is Revelations 14 and verse 6. It says, and I saw another angel flying in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation and kindred and tongue and people, saying with a loud voice, fear power. And that's what we preaching. The fear of the Lord, man. And that's a spirit that we're in, man. The fear of the Lord, man. And give glory to him. So you got to put away the world to give glory to the Lord, man. It says, for the hour of his judgment is come. And that's what we're telling you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. The Lord's judgment is on his way, man. It's at the door. And worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. And there follow another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. It's fallen. And that's what we're telling you, man. It's finished, man. It's done. That great city, because she made all nations drunk with the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And see, all the nations are turning on Babylon the Great, man. Verse 9, it says, and a third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark on his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of power. And that's what we're telling you, man. Babylon is finished, man. Do not take this man's mark. We're seeing this place is not coming back, man. This place is finished, man. It's fallen and it's fallen, man. And we continue to bring this word out to you, man, to let you know for a fact it is finished. And now you see we at the end, and this man is going to present you with a mark, which is poured out without mixture in the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. See that? So this MOTB has to come to pass, man. Because if you take it, the Lord is going to be here to judge you. And you see it plain and clear. This is it. We here. Verse 11, it says, and the smoke of his torment ascended up forever and ever. So your spirit is going to be in your body for a long period of time when this judgment comes of these thermonuclear missiles, man. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiving his mark of his name. See that? You're going to be judged, man, horrifically, man, if you take this man's mark, man. Not only the missiles coming, but you're gonna receive a gruesome sore. I should have got that too. But the point is, you're gonna receive a gruesome sore before you even get touched by that nuclear fire, man. Here is the patient, and here's the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of power and the faith of Yahweh Shah, man. So this is it, man. We are at the end of this man's kingdom. It's not gonna go back to the 90s or the 2000s or the time that you had a good time, you was partying and bullshitting and working and making money. That day is done, man. This is Revelation 19 and verse 20. It says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him. See that? This man's system, the three frogs, roughly paraphrase them scriptures, man. This man, the beast, which got the Esau in the Vatican, it's done, man. I'm saying I got videos going into it, but the point is, It's done. They perform miracles. You have people that's going to be able to, with a dual link, makes people that's paralyzed be able to walk again, and make people with all the different things. I can go into all of them, but the point is they're gonna do amazing things. It's gonna be start being promoted on your news and your TV shows, and your celebrities gonna start marketing them. But these miracles gonna be done by taking this man's MOTB, man. And you seen the neural link being able to, you can talk to the computer, and AI can control your mind. You can Google shit without touching This is the miracles that is going to be presented before you, man. Verse 20, one more time, it says, and the beast was taken and given, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. See that? You're going to be deceived by taking it. And them that worship his image, these both were cast alive into the lake of fire burning with brimstone, man. So you're going to be cast alive into that lake. And the lake is not over in the Middle East, man. The lake is going to be those missiles that could create a lake of fire from one end of Babylon to the other end. That's going to be the lake of fire, man. It's not going to be a river like what the Genesis say it is going to be. That don't make no sense. The destruction is coming here. The destruction is coming here, man. So you got to understand, man. This is what we've been prophesying to happen, and we're here now. This is Ecclesiasticus Sirach 2 in verse 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, prepare thy soul for temptation. So a test, man. You have to prepare your soul for this test that we're going to go through, man. That's your spirit. You got to prepare yourself, man. These scriptures we meditate on, man. Pray the Lord have mercy on us, man. So you have to prepare yourself, man, for this temptation that we all are going to experience. He says, set thy heart aright. See, put your mind in order and constantly endure, and make not haste in a time of trouble. So we're not rushing to trouble, but it's coming. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away. See that we're cleaving to the Lord, his word, and we're not apart from it, man. We're not going into the world and say, I want to be a rapper. I want to be in the Fortune 500 now. I want to make money. No, man. It says, cleave unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased. See that? That you will be increased at thy last end. So your faith will be increased, that you will be able to endure the things that we're going to suffer, man. It says, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. See that? If you might be a martyr for the Lord, man. Take cheerfully, man. Don't think the Lord ain't with you just because this is your fate. This is what the Lord had put you through to test your faith in him. So don't brother, oh man, the Lord ain't with me. They trying to cuss the Lord. You know what I mean, man. They ain't gonna go too deep. But the point is, man, take this cheerfully, man. And I'm speaking to myself as well, man. If I have to be a martyr for the Lord, man, I got to understand this is what the Lord had me go through to show my faith in him. He says, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire. See that? Gold is tried in the fire, man, to purify us, man. To see how this is a test for us, man. An acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. See that? Whatever you suffer, man, believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright and trust in him. Ye that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, wait for his mercy. See that? You fear the Lord, wait on his mercy, man. And go not aside, lest ye fall. See that? Don't leave from what we've been taught, man. There's a reason why we've been taught the doctrine of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua from the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. There's a reason why the Lord put us in this truth for salvation, man. Verse 8, it says, ye that fear Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, believe him. See that? This word was given to us for us to believe him, and your reward shall not fail. See that? Your reward is not going to fail if you believe in him. Ye that fear Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, hope for good. See that? We're praying that we make it. We're praying that we get beamed up in the charity seat of destruction. And for everlasting joy and mercy. See that? This is what we're hoping for, man. And we are prisoners of hope. So Lord, when it was edifying, I'm in it there. Shalom. Shalom.